Hey, what's going on everybody? It's Steven here, back with another unboxing. So my Thanos figure just came in. It's pretty big. Got it from the Big Bad Toy Store. And really excited to open this thing up, so let's get started. Now I bought the Big Bad Toy Store has different levels of packaging. They have a collector's edition packaging, which is supposed to be like high-end. They have standard and substandard. I got this in the standard. And wow, take a look at this. So this is the box that it comes in. Pretty nice. Got the Infinity Stones here by Iron Studios. And this is the figure here. Looking pretty good so far. And more Infinity Stones. Alright. Now, it's time to open this thing up. Alright, so let's see what we got inside. I've never gotten a figure by Iron Studios, so I'm not really sure what to expect, but I have heard nothing but good things about them. This figure was on Big Bad Toy Store for I think it was $160. After shipping and handling and all that and taxes, came out to $176. And I've been dying to get my hands on a Thanos figure. So this is my first one, and I'm super excited for this. Oh boy. Let's get this more centered. So this is what we got here. Alright, so here we have the bottom layer base. And then the Thanos figure kind of just goes into these plugins right here. So one thing to note is that this piece here is magnetic, and then there's a slot right in there at the top where his foot kind of just slides right in. So he has this stance. Now the reason why he's kind of like wobbly like this, well, for one, he's on rug, but for another thing is that this piece here can actually be attached to the other base that we just saw. So let me show you that one. So if you take this base right here, you have this flat surface, and you can actually just take the other base and you can just put it right on top of there. So let me go ahead and show you guys. You just take the Thanos figure, and now you've got an extra, what, 4 inches to work with. So this is what he looks like here on top of the whole base. This is as tall as he's going to get, I believe. Okay, so here we have the attachments. These are the fireballs. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit. And originally, I actually thought that the fireballs were able to light up, but they actually don't. They just kind of just sit there. So they do not light up. And let me go ahead and show you what the other side looks like. So this is what the other side looks like with the fireballs. Similar to the other side. You just have 2 of them. So after opening the figure, I thought that I had all the pieces out all together. But when I started looking at the display box again, the box that it came in, I noticed that there was this flap right here, and I got curious, and I realized that there was actually a piece underneath it. So we're about to find out what else this also comes with. So it looks like it comes with this extra stand right here. It's like I think it's a display base. It's got, oh, that's pretty cool. It says Avengers Infinity War. Just has Thanos on it with Iron Studios logo. I think it's made out of wood. Pretty hefty, pretty nice. It's about 1 centimeter thick, and it's just a regular display base. Show you that one more time. Okay, so one thing that I didn't like about this was that it comes with this flashlight here, and you're supposed to take it out, you insert it into Thanos' arm, and it makes the Infinity Gauntlet glow. The only thing that the reason why I don't like it is because it's really cheap, and it's really flimsy, and it doesn't even work that well. So let me show you what I mean. It comes with 3 batteries. Kind of just drop them in. And you can already see that it, without even having this part in, it's already kind of like turning on. And if that's not already bad enough, it kind of chooses when it wants to work. Sometimes it works, and sometimes the glow is better, or stronger I should say. But yeah, this is probably like the only thing that I didn't like about it. It was really cheap, and I feel for the price that you pay, you should be getting something that is a little more top-notch. Alright, so here I've got the Thanos figure, and the way you attach this light is you just pull off his arm, and there's kind of a magnet you can kind of see right there. And the magnet is what holds this arm in place. You just pull it out, and you just insert the flashlight into his arm, and that's what makes the Infinity Gauntlet glow. So I've got that on. Let me turn off the light. Let's see if I could show you what I mean. So yeah, it does have a pretty decent glow to it when it works. So this is the last part of my video. This is my thoughts, my review of Avengers Endgame, and what I liked about it, what I didn't like about it, my favorite part, and where I think that the MCU was going to go from here on out. So what I liked about it was they catered to their fans more than they catered to newcomers. They definitely rewarded you for watching the previous, I think it was 22 films that they had. They definitely made it worthwhile to watch all those videos all the way up to this moment where all of this happens. Some people were complaining that it didn't really give a way for new people to come in and enjoy the film, but I think that the idea to reward the fans for being there since day one was definitely something that paid off, that wouldn't have been able to be done if they tried to make it so that newcomers would come in and like it. Another thing that I actually really liked was Tony Stark finally got his family, he got to meet his dad, and he kind of had that life that he never really thought that he could have because he was Iron Man. Having Morgan, his daughter, come in is, I think, able to set up for the new Phase 4 on where they're going. And I think this is something that they can really start to play with, and I'm actually pretty interested to see where they're going to go with this. There was also Captain America finally got his ending too. He got his final dance. When he went back in time, he did bring Mjolnir, which was Thor's hammer, and he ended up coming back with just his shield. So somewhere in between going back in time and dropping off the Infinity Stones and coming back, he lost the hammer or misplaced it, put it somewhere, but he never came back with it, so I'm kind of curious to know where that went exactly. But the idea that he finally got his last dance was, I think, perfect closure for Captain America. I think that him being able to finally live out that life and end his character the way he wanted to is something that the fans could appreciate. So what I didn't like about the film was actually nothing. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So my favorite part was, I think, almost everybody's favorite part, where Captain America was finally able to hold Thor's hammer. I know in Avengers Age of Ultron, I think it was, they all kind of sat around the table and they tried lifting up the hammer, and when Captain America went, he was able to get it to budge, and that caught Thor's attention. Now some people are saying that he truly wasn't able to carry the hammer. I read that some people said that he was just pretending he couldn't do it so that Thor wouldn't get mad or jealous. But the idea that he was able to use it at the perfect moment to fight Thanos, I think that was probably the cherry on top of the entire movie. It was something that everybody had been waiting for, something everybody wanted, and I'm just really glad that the way that they were able to make it play off, because that was actually perfect. I remember watching it in the movie theater, everyone started freaking out, and I think that was definitely another thing that was rewarding for the fans who have seen the previous films and knew what carrying Thor's hammer meant to everybody. So that's why that part was my favorite by far. So what I think is next, there's so many different avenues, so many different fan theories on what's going to happen next. Some people say that Catherine, I think it was Catherine Lang, I think that's her name, from 13 Reasons, she's supposed to be playing Morgan Stark, and they say that she might even take over as one of the new Iron Man. I've heard that Black Panther's sister Shuri is supposed to take over because she's a genius just like Tony Stark. I've heard that they might even introduce an entirely new character to bring in as the new Iron Man. So I've heard all these different theories. I have no clue where they're going to go with it, but it definitely sounds interesting, all of them. They have also the new Avengers idea, which is going to star a new Iron Man, of course, the new Captain America, which is going to be Falcon, Spider-Man, and Ant-Man's daughter, who plays Stature in the comic books. She's supposed to be coming in, and apparently they might have an idea for some sort of new Avengers. I don't know if that's a confirmed idea or, again, just a theory, but it's definitely something that I would be able to put up with. I think that's something a lot of people would be interested to see where they go from there. There's also the new Guardians that has Thor in it. They did a little play on that with the Asgardians of the Galaxy, and they're probably gonna, I'm guessing that they're gonna be trying to bring Gamora back now that they found out she's alive. So again, kind of interested to see where they're gonna go from there and who's gonna be the new villain, because I know in Guardians 2 they had brought in at the very end Adam Warlock, and they haven't used him ever since. So I'm kind of curious to see what they're going to do with him and where they're going to go in terms with the direction of the Guardians and what role that they're going to start playing in MCU. The new Spider-Man is also coming out. They have released a new trailer where Mysterio starts mentioning a multiverse, and this caught a lot of people's attention because he claims that he is from Earth 833. And for those of you who don't know, that actually has the Captain, or I'm sorry, not Captain Britain. It has the Spider UK, and he is another version of Spider-Man just in England. So there's supposed to be some sort of new Spider-Verse, I think, that they might start introducing, maybe even bring in Miles Morales, I don't know. but this is definitely something that they're going to start tampering with. I've also heard that, you know, they might even decide that they can bring back Tony Stark in a way through this multiverse. I've read a lot of fan theories about that. But I'm definitely curious to see what they're going to do with the different multiverses and how they're going to start bringing in new characters, because now that they have the rights to X-Men, I think that they can definitely find a way to trickle in some of these characters without having to recast or redo an entire storyline. I think that they'll be able to find a way to mold them into the current story so that everything still fits together and we still get to see you know, our favorite Fox characters now transferred over into the MCU. I think that that's something, at least I hope will happen. Again, with like Deadpool, you know, no one wants to see anyone other than Ryan Reynolds playing Deadpool. And I think that if they can find a way to trickle him into the MCU, I think that'll definitely be something that pays off. So there you have it, everybody. That was my video of the new Thanos by Iron Studios. My thoughts and reviews of Avengers Endgame. Hope you guys liked it. Let me know what you thought about it. And if you have seen Avengers Endgame, let me know what you think about that as well. What your favorite parts were, your thoughts, your concerns, your questions about it. And let's see if we could get this Phase 4 thing going. Have a good day.